Hey, Expanse fans, it's episode 8. 3 episodes to go in this season. It's flown by, probably because I've been binging it, but it's been a great ride so far. Why am I spinning my headphones? I need those. I need these to live. We got a situation on the planet. Everybody is in the ruins, hunkering down. They're running out of food. They're running out of water. They're going blind, and they're gonna get sucked dry by squid monsters. So things aren't going well on the planet. In orbit, things aren't going well. Everybody's running out of power to keep them in orbit. One ship in particular, but it's okay because they're gonna get a cable attached, and then they're gonna get pulled, and that will buy them some time. Meanwhile, back on Earth, they have lost contact with them, and there's a probe being sent, but that will take 2 weeks to get there, and at that stage, all those problems that I just mentioned, they'll all be dead. And yeah, Earth has other things to worry about. They have Marco and Aris to worry about, and Chrisjen is sent, at the end of the last episode, sent a strike team onto the ship that they spotted him on. And that strike team is now gone dark because they've been killed, ambushed, or otherwise. Chrisjen's she had a little bit of a bust up with her husband. It was the most polite, civil, loving bust up in history, and they talked through her insecurities and her targets and her goals for the election. And yeah, nothing from Bobbie. She's fine. She's going on her missions. She's trying not to think about the fact that things are going, that she might not be on the right side of things. But, so far so good. We didn't hear from her last episode, and no good news is good news. Sometimes. But back on the planet where everything is happening, Mercury has been light on his feet. He's been thinking faster than the speed of light. Everything's changing around him, and he's like, what's the best play? What's the best play? At the end of all this, I need all those belters gone. I need control of this planet and all the artifacts. I want my billions. Are you with me, Chandra? And she's like, we'll see at the moment that I have to make a choice if I'm with you or not. And also, in the last episode, Amos made friends with a little kid and tried to make them feel better. And I thought that was really sweet. It's probably the sweetest part of the episode, so I like that a lot. And yeah, that was it. That was the last episode. This lightning fast recap was brought to you by the letter L and other such things. And we'll just get right into episode 8. And hopefully nothing else goes wrong on the planet. Hopefully things start turning around, and maybe they all develop superpowers due to the eye thing. Or, maybe they all die. Maybe that's how it ends. I don't know. My ears are in, and I'm ready to go. So let's go. This episode was sponsored by the Coca-Cola Company. Get a Coke at your local store. Whatever. By the way, if I ever start shilling, products on my channel, you'll know that I've gone too far. I've become too popular, too powerful. Then it's time to take me down. Just remind me of this in 20 years' time. Originally, when I was starting up the idea for my channel, I was like, I'm going to have this bear beside me, and then before the start of every episode, I'm going to be like, you got anything to add? And then the bear would obviously say nothing, and I'd be like, okay, let's get straight into the episode. It was going to be a whole comedy routine, but at the end of the day, I was like, nah. When I grow up, I want to be just like Chrisjen. I want to be snarky. Can you imagine watching a reactor who's just like completely snarky about everything, calling out people for their bullshit decisions. I'd watch it. I'd watch Chrisjen reacts.
This was an unprovoked attack by the UN. These actions endanger the armistice and...
We need to change the narrative. I think that you should get on the road, speak directly to the voters.
How about she just makes an announcement instead of getting on the road, talking to a few hundred people?
Close the door.
Hey.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, General.
I'm here to tender my resignation.
General.
Chief, I've always followed your orders to the letter, but I cannot, in good conscience, continue to serve a leader who recklessly puts Marines in a line of fire for her own gain.
We were hunting a terrorist.
What?
Who had to be brought to justice.
We prepare. My Marines paid the price.
Hindsight doesn't change what we still need
This
to
guy!
12 soldiers.
Where were his objections before this? Where was he arguing before it happened? It seemed like... I don't buy it. It needed more of a build-up for him to be so... I don't agree with this. It's good to have him back.
Welcome to Medina Station.
It's good to see you.
You promised to hold your temper.
I did.
That's how my friends treat me. They're like, hey!
You sold us out. You gave Marco's location to the Earthers and got dozens of innocent Belters killed.
Marco rigged that ship to blow and kill everyone. He set us up.
And you took the bait! You turned Marco into a goddamn hero. No, truce or no truce, we not sell out our own to the inners.
We all have enough blame to share.
I think I'm partially to blame.
Politics be damned.
If I hadn't watched the episode, none of this would have happened.
Negotiating a way for us to maintain control of the ring space and for the UNN to remove their battleship.
His voice is
I used the
amazing.
information that you gave me as a bargaining chip.
I quit.
Well...
Drummer.
Oh, the ocean is subsiding. You see pockets of islands popping up now. Is this a stack of dead bodies? I think we take our chances on the surface at this point.
How's it going down there?
Another Belter wandered off. Just found his body. Enough.
Doesn't he know the rules to a horror movie?
Nobody building a cable in the gantry.
I'm just imagining they're like taking sheets from a bed and stringing them together, but with more metal. I'm kind of sad that they're separated for so many episodes.
Get him off me! Get him off me! Get him off! Hey! Easy.
Just in his imagination.
Nothing there. Easy.
Sedative. And are they still... They should be close to blindness at this stage. Right? Eventually somebody's going to try and eat one of them.
Hey, got them all.
Can he see?
Got them all. They're dead.
I'm just sending a message to the rest of them. Make sure they don't keep coming.
Yeah. You put them in their place.
Let me borrow the torch. I might need it.
I'm keeping it.
Uh-oh. Snap out of it, Amos. We need you. Meanwhile, back at the much cleaner and sterile environment of the Mercury gang.
Holden?
Oh, she's blind.
Slugs secrete a powerful neurotoxin that immediately paralyzes humans and causes respiratory failure upon contact with our skin.
Anything in
Shit.
there? Some...
Even blind, we'll be safer up there without these slugs fooling us.
True.
We're not leaving the Belters behind. When we leave here,
We all go together.
we're all leaving together.
In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
He's got 2 eyes, so he's like Super King. Mercury
Captain.
doesn't have any leverage at the moment. He's not a threat. Even if he had the guns, he wouldn't know where to point.
If this is a love him and leave him situation, just know you're gonna miss out on waffles.
Where are you off
I
to?
got a job interview.
Didn't mention anything last night.
Yeah,
We were too busy
ice mining
eating waffles.
out on Europa. Say it could be a minimum 10-month job.
Wow.
Okay. This will be the funniest storyline ever. If he just disappears.
How about we do waffles tonight?
Yeah, sure.
and he has nothing to do with the storyline, that will be hilarious. I love it.
Where are we on those access codes?
Should have them by tonight.
The right ones this time?
Go fuck yourself.
Just escorting the package from the dock storage facility to one of the berths.
So we're just
Escort
the
mission.
middleman on this.
All we have to do is babysit the package until we make the handoff.
Do we need 4
That's it.
people for
And each
that?
of our shares on this is almost 10 times what we made on the terraforming job.
What's the package?
What's the package?
I wasn't provided with that information.
For the money we're getting.
It's Baby
doesn't
Yoda.
matter.
You mean we're getting paid not to ask questions, is that it?
If easy money isn't your thing, 3-way split's better than 4, so.
She's the worst.
If the cable goes slack and tightens too fast, the stress will
You
snap
just
it.
snap it, yeah.
Just a bit, so make sure everything is locked down and secure.
Copy that.
I'm ready.
Good.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
I'm secure. Let's do it.
I meant to tell you this sooner. Thanks for hating your parents. You might save us all from being fucked.
No time to be joking, man. He's Joker.
What happened?
I think someone walked away. That way.
Amos!
Oh, it's Amos. Is he just in a trance this episode? Is he being drawn to them?
Amos?
Jesus! Whoa. You okay, bro? His eyes look all lit up.
As long as we're still breathing, we're alive. I can't lose you.
They're brothers.
I have more pressing matters.
Like what?
I am going to hunt down Marco and kill him.
She can go with him on
for this mission,
the mission.
I am going to need a good exo.
See?
The job is yours.
Let's go. Let's go on a,
If you want.
a hunt. Hey, Bobbie. You having second thoughts about stuff? You want to talk it over?
Come on in.
I wonder if his wife knows.
Bobbie, this is my wife, Catelyn.
And his
Catelyn,
family.
This is Bobbie. She does consulting with the department. What's going on?
It's about the job. Something's not right. It's too easy and there are too many unknowns.
Could be. They should be prepared for anything with
I
this.
told you I'm not going to help you move weapons or anything that will hurt people. You don't do any job without knowing the details. What's going on?
If I take this job, I'll make enough money to leave.
Leave?
New worlds. Colony ships are lining up all ready to go through. After this job, I can buy my whole family a place on board one of those ships. Planets are habitable. There's no reason why Mars should continue terraforming.
It's a part of our culture. We're not going to abandon it.
You think all those scientists and engineers are going to keep creating an atmosphere that won't be finished for another century?
Yeah.
Mars died the moment they discovered those new worlds.
That's what
I
Marco
wasn't
meant
smart
by
enough to be on the
Mars
terraforming
isn't the same.
project, and if you want out, just say so. You don't owe me anything anymore.
He's a decent guy. You know, he's not as bad as he could be. I understand his motivations.
Amos?
And he's given her the option to leave.
Amos?
So, what more can you ask for?
I'm here.
Maybe she can talk some sense into him.
There's nothing we can do now except sit in the dark and wait to die.
People like us deserve a say in how we go out.
That's all I ever wanted.
I'm gonna take another blood sample.
Maybe it's not his blood. Maybe it's something he ingested or did or said or saw.
What if it's not your blood? What if your blood is normal, but it's your vitreous humor that isn't?
What can we
People
do to
always
find
said
out?
I had a good sense of vitreous humor. He has to do it himself. So bad.
Okay, put this sample in the machine.
Now, if you could just take your eye from the socket.
You have precancerous cells that could become life-threatening if...
I already knew that.
Oh, that's why he's immune.
You have a medication port.
Yeah, I've got to take regular injections.
Anti-cancer meds are what is killing the organisms.
It's funny that he's been taking, like, specific medication, and
It's been a while since I've seen you smile.
that wasn't the first thing they asked him. Hey, you're the only one immune. Doing anything that we're not doing? They all went straight to that. Oh, he's got the thing in his head protecting him. But okay, they found a solution. They'll be fine.
It's a tragedy when anyone dies in the line of duty.
She gonna go off script
Nothing I say to you today matters. And it shouldn't. Because there are no wars for what these people meant to you. My son, Charnapo, was a Marine. He was also killed by the OPA. When he died, all I wanted to know was who was responsible? Who was the person I could hate? But there was no one. The OPA killed your husbands, but it is my fault that they died. Oh, know that I am to blame. And all I can say is, I am truly sorry.
That'll play, that would work for me. I'd be like, yeah, that's why she's my leader. But I can see it not working for other people. I don't know. She was decent. Hey, quit playing your
David,
hologram ball.
do you want to grab a beer, sit down and talk?
Beer?
Love to.
How old is this
But
kid?
I can't. I got an orientation meeting. I got placed in the terraforming project.
Good for you. Good for you.
I'm happy for you.
This is what I love about the show. I don't know how different scenes impact people's emotions. I can't. It's not
I'm not sure what kind of toppings you like on your waffles.
clear cut. Oh, waffle guy.
I just got everything.
Did you get the job?
Let's eat and we'll talk.
So that's a yes then. Go. Do the job. Be a good Martian. See what's here when you get back.
At least he served a good purpose in this episode to have her
And double the ammunition stores for
insecurities
both
bounce off him.
Oh, that's very thoughtful.
It's kind.
Oh, thank you.
It's a good one.
We should probably toast the crew before we set off.
Him a gift for your send-off.
Oh, she's not going with him.
Now, what are you going to do then?
Stay out of politics.
Just don't go to
Do me a
Mars.
favor.
I don't recommend that place.
Hold on to this until I finish the mission.
Hope he doesn't die on this mission. Whenever anybody says hold on to this until it's done, might be the last time they see them. Testing the cable of strength. I think as long as they do it steadily,
All set and ready to go. Roger that.
no sudden movements, it should be okay. Not that I know literally anything about the physics of what's about to happen.
We're set. Cable's connected.
Copy that. I'm gonna give her a little thrust.
It's holding.
Hey guys, it's working.
Every second it holds is an extra minute. Good. They cut away, that means it. They're very safe now.
When you see my blowtorch, could you bring it back to me?
He wants
You can find it yourself.
control over his own death.
After Okoye figured out a treatment for your eyes.
Really? We're getting out of here?
She just says it
Hell yeah.
herself, and her eyesight's already coming back. Now I can say I took you in a fight.
You can say whatever you want.
Did he just headbutt it open? I bet Murtry's going to be the first person to get his eyesight back.
All we did was buy ourselves more time.
The monuments look like sharks in that image. I think it might be a deliberate choice.
We don't have all the facts yet, but we do know that opinions around the world dramatically changed about the ring gate since these images from New Terra became public. A security breach is currently underway.
Did she release it? Is this a play?
I said I want to be alone.
Any means
You leaked
possible?
the images from New Terra.
Yes.
You lose.
I had to change the narrative. Now
Very
Nancy
good.
Go doesn't have a level or platform
Very
to stand on.
You're
Wanted me to play this game. So I did. You don't get to be upset with me because I didn't play by your rules.
Oh,
Get to be done.
You used our son's death for political advantage.
Eek.
What I said about Every word was the truth.
In the last episode, I couldn't understand his anger. In this episode, I do. But I'm Team Chrisjen, so even if she's being sneaky and underhanded, I respect the game playing. It helps that she's charismatic and funny.
Mrs. Murtry, has the light shuttle been prepared with a proximity detonator?
Meanwhile, back on Murtry's planet, he set up his option to kill a bunch of people. Let's just hope he doesn't accidentally kill himself. Hoisted by his own. Hey! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't end it. It's gonna... I think in 50% of the episodes this season, there's been a moment and I'm like, okay, what's happening next? End. And I'm like, don't end it. So it's good in a way that I get to binge this series, because if I had to wait week to week to find out what happened next, not good. Yeah, so Miller is struggling to connect and screaming, which is very horror movie-esque, very scary, and which makes it all the more interesting. Let's stay on the planet. Amos was having a crisis of his own, and losing his sight was almost the final straw. He was losing his mind. He's thinking about ending it. He didn't believe that Holden would be able to solve the issue, be able to save him. But Holden came through, and you can see that brotherly connection they have with each other. The Murtry is just non-stop. He's probably... I love to see inside his brain, because he's always calculating, always thinking ahead, always making the moves that he needs to make. I think he would do well in politics if he would need to change his personality a bit, but in terms of strategic plays and willingness to push forward and make choices, he would be very good. Maybe he would be very good behind the scenes, like whispering in somebody's ear. But yeah, he's hooked up that thing to explode and to kill a bunch of belters, but I don't know how that's going to play out. The Chrisjen storyline, I'm curious how people will respond to that. Not the people in the show, but the people watching the show. Because for me, she's one of my favorite characters. And she is not playing the goody two-shoes role. She's leaking the dirt on her opponent, and now she's using the truth, and she used Bobbie in that one, at the meal. And in this episode, she went off script, but it was totally planned. It was totally manipulative. She's projecting remorse and genuineness and all that sort of thing. But it's just... it's just a ploy to maintain power and maintain public opinion. And then she leaked the video from Illis, and now everybody is back on her side, and the media are like, "Ooh, Nancy, what do you think of this? You're not looking too good anymore." But her husband is sick of it. He he apparently has forgotten the sort of person she is, and he hasn't seen this coming, even though he's married to her. So, you know what? I get it, but I don't know. I'm team her all the way. Even if she decides, she's gone too far, and maybe Nancy would be better, and she decides to voluntarily step down. Okay. As long as I get to keep watching her, as long as she stays on the show, I'll be happy. Bobbie is sort of in the opposite situation. She is having a crisis of faith. This job is one job too far. It's, what's in the package? What's in the box? What are we doing? Why are we getting so much money for this? Hair Girl doesn't care, but Bobbie cares. And then she took it out on her boyfriend, who's going off to Europa to, he wants her to come with him, but they just met, basically. And she's conflicted. Like, that speech that the boss guy gave her about Mars, once the ring was there, what's the point in terraforming Mars anymore? That's going to take forever to generate, livable conditions on this planet, when there's hundreds of them out there that are just ripe for the taking. We can just go there and we can prosper and develop living conditions far faster than we can on Mars. So yeah, it's that weird balance. They feel like Mars is going to collapse under its own because it's too difficult. It's too difficult to live there when there's so many other options. Before, there wasn't any option. There was Earth and there was Mars. And if those were two big choices. And there's the belt as well, but but now there's so much more choice. And yeah, it's not surprising that people would want to go explore the new frontier and breathe existing air. But of course there's, potentially alien shit out there, so maybe not. Maybe Mars is the best place for them to be. Anyway, that was episode 8. 2 to go. Gonna watch them right now. And, yeah. Excited. How it's going to end. Who's gonna get blown up? Who's gonna die? Who's gonna live? What's the planet gonna do? How's the political stuff going to fall? I don't know. But we'll find out. Same time, same bat channel, tomorrow. Probably not the same time. I'm not a schedule-y person yet. I have just finished editing. I'm going to upload person. And let's see. Today is the 20th, so that was episode 5, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Is it the 23rd today? So, it looks like the finale will be on Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas. Or if I get lazy and, my family is like, would you, speak to your grandfather and not be editing your videos all the time? Maybe there'll be delays. I don't know. But we can't help that. What we can help is stop talking and end the video. So I'm going to stop talking and end the video. And thank you, as always, for watching. Goodbye.